Hey, check your watch. That's right. It's dumping time on this Thursday, April 10th, 2025. My name is Jeff Bakalar. How are you? I'm doing just fine. Welcome. Oh, something just dripped on me, I think. I don't know.
Nice.
Welcome to the voicemail dump truck. Again, my name's Jeff Bakalar. My goodness gracious, we've got a crew together today to take out your trash, and let's be honest, we pick up the trash and we just pour it in our own houses. That's what we do. That's what all trash collectors do. Pro tip, now you know. Dan Reichert, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. The woodpecker solution may be in place, and I think we're good.
I thought we were over that. That seemed to go
we're never
away.
over
Not
that.
at all. It's starting to get nice out, and they came back with a vengeance.
All right. Well, we'll maybe unpack that a little more. Jeff Grubb, what's new in your backyard?
The woodpecker solution is the name of a mission in Hitman 3, I think, actually.
In Germany, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I in my backyard, like actually the far part of my backyard, I saw a woodpecker and I was concerned. So
Oh, all
Might
right.
just stay with my house and we'll be good.
Pileated are the ones you got to worry about. They're like pterodactyls.
I'm
No.
not scared of woodpeckers. Mike Minotti, do you even have a backyard?
I actually have a surprisingly deep backyard for
Ooh,
the
deep.
small
it's got
size
a
of my
girthy
house.
backyard.
When you say deep, do you mean thick or you mean deep?
I mean, deep. It goes back further than you would expect. It goes. It
What is
keeps
it?
going back.
When you say further than you expect, do you mean that like you can't believe the boundary is not where it logically should be? Is that what you
Not
mean?
And where are you
logically- no.
starting measuring from? That's
Yeah.
important.
Like,
Like-
would I go in your backyard and be like, you know what, Mike?
Hey, Mike, I'm not confused about what you mean at all. I want to make that clear.
Thank you. I was like,
I have no question. What you said made perfect sense to me the first time.
Right, but when you say what you would think, to me, I'm thinking like I can see for a
So-
mile, and you're like, yeah, all that?
okay, well, it's
That's
like
mine.
I feel like my backyard is like 4 of my houses wide or deep, I suppose, right? And like maybe you would hope for 1, maybe you'd hope for 2. And there's a lot of property back there that I do nothing with.
yeah.
Do you
right?
cut
So
it? Do you
touch
mow
it.
it? Do you
Don't
maintain
touch
it?
I have other people. I pay somebody to mow it. I feel bad about it right now because there are just a lot of like branches in there from the winter storm season that I still
Yeah.
have to go and clean
Yeah.
up. I hear there's a woodpecker back there, but my house has vinyl siding. I don't think they can do anything to my house. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
They can't hurt me. Hey, cat.
Oh, hello, cat. Welcome to the dump truck. You'll feel right at home because, don't cats live in dumpsters and shit? Isn't that a thing? Anyway,
Yeah, I think that's Heathcliff. This
Oh.
guy's too fancy for that.
Right? Is Heathcliff a house cat or an alley cat? Or is
I think
he
he's an
kind of
alley cat. You're right.
Moonlighting.
Heathcliff is so the Hydrox of cats, isn't he? You know?
But I think also wasn't he like there before Garfield, just like
I'm
Hydrox?
sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
So
sure
this
Where's
is
someone...
Doonesbury
Doonesbury
Hydrox
fit
then.
into this?
No, I'm talking about
question.
cartoon cats. Is that a cat too? Doonesbury? No, that's like a dog. Is that or
Right.
Is
But
that,
he's a comic book dog, which is adjacent on the same page, literally, as
Yeah.
Heathcliff,
You
right?
couldn't be
I don't
more
like
different, man.
Marmaduke. I
Yeah, I
hate
think-
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke?
We
Marmaduke.
gotta
yeah.
put that dog down.
There's no way that dog's alive.
Now, when you say put that dog down, do you mean insult it or?
No, kill
No,
it.
kill it.
Euthanize it.
Okay, cool.
Euthanize it. Sorry, euthanize it.
Yeah.
I was always confused reading the funnies as a kid because there were two
That's not
strips that I confused, and one of them was about a fun dog, and the other one was about politics. But their names of the strip were, one of them was Doonesbury, and one of them was Doonesbury's the dog, right?
Oh, Boondocks.
Marmaduke
No,
is
not
the
Boondocks,
dog.
or older.
Oh.
And I think maybe the people had similar art style. It was always like about politics, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, give me Farsight and Girl. Doonesbury's politics.
I don't
Chat
know.
said-
That's what chat's saying.
Marmaduke. Oh, it's Marmaduke
Yeah,
and
that's what-
Doonesbury.
Oh, that's what you're confused
Doonesbury
about.
is political. I'm still confused by it, apparently. Okay,
isn't that what-
Doonesbury is the political one.
That's what Mike said.
Yeah.
Marmaduke.
I was talking about Marmaduke a moment ago.
And that's
but
what,
you keep-
yes, Doonesbury and Marmaduke.
That's what got the neurons frying there. Yeah.
Is there a Doonesbury dog?
I don't think I've ever read
There's definitely a
Doonesbury.
dog in Marmaduke.
See,
That's the
for
whole
sure.
thing.
I believe the dog is Marmaduke.
Yeah.
right?
Okay, I'm
Yes.
looking at pictures of Doonesbury now, and it's about like Watergate and stuff. And like, I would read
Man,
it thinking
I'll tell
I was
you
going to
what.
read about a
Wait,
fun
is it just a
dog.
political cartoon?
Yeah, I know
I think
this
it
now.
is.
Now that I've seen it, I know it, and it could not possibly be further removed from Marmaduke.
I know, and every time I read Doonesbury, I expected Marmaduke to show up, and he never did.
Well, they were both in the
Disappointing.
newspaper, you see, Mike.
Yeah. I used to read all of those Sunday funnies, even though I only liked like 2 of them. But I would just read the rest of them because it's there. I'm like, that wasn't funny. That sucked. What's this weird one about Camelot? Weird.
I'm so fucking old that I would look forward to the weekend Far Side because that was in color.
Of course.
Yeah.
I still pop when I go
feels real rough. Let me tell you.
When I go to PAX, I always still kind of weirdly pop when I see like the Foxtrot guy has it, like Bill Amend has a thing. I'm like, that's the guy who made Foxtrot. I used to read that all the time.
I do. I don't even read Foxtrot. I'm like, I think that guy's more famous than anybody else here.
Foxtrot guy.
He did comics in the newspaper.
I do like the idea of you like, well, I'm putting on my Sunday best day. We're getting color. We're getting color today. Like, this is going to be good stuff for my family.
We're getting that real thick paper, you know what I mean? That real 2-inch thick newspaper. And we're
going vertical for the Sunday funnies. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you can't trust chat. Colonel Sanders in the chat says Slylock Fox was incredibly lame in hindsight. No, he wasn't. That was the blueprints of the mid-90s.
I don't know what that is. What
Slylock
is that?
Fox was logic puzzles. It was fun.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me that thick paper. Give me all that thick paper. Last night, I think I talked about this a couple years ago. Perhaps this is the 1-year anniversary. I'm just failing to remember. But do you guys remember me talking about the chorus concert at the elementary school? Do you recall?
No.
Do you recall any of this?
No.
Where I had to go to this fucking 1-hour-long concert with a bunch of people who've maybe perhaps only seen instruments for the first time in a very short while, being forced to play in front of an audience of 200 parents who have to act like this isn't the most nails on a chalkboard, fucking abhorrent, unlistenable, fucking psychotic
Did you have
sounds.
fun? Are you sure this was you and not Nate Bargatze? This sounds like a Nate Bargatze bit.
How is this not your fire station moment?
Fire station? What do you mean?
Not with the
you
babies.
you take him up on the offer.
Yeah, you could drop off Dib at any point in his before he turns 18 at the fire station.
I'm not talking about abandoning my son.
I would leave halfway through that show and start talking to the firemen.
First off,
I don't think you can talk to him. I think you have to just leave him off and not say anything.
And run away like doorbell ditch. Yeah.
The problem is he can just follow you at that age.
Oh, yeah.
He would... First off, leaving home with the fireman that I know, he's better off on his own. Okay. Number 2, Dib's innocent. There's no blood on Dib's hand. Dib is a chorus boy,
he was the one good singer. Okay.
No. The singing is easy. Grubb. There's no stringed instruments in the chorus. They're all just, when you like go to a sporting game and everyone's like singing and it doesn't sound terrible just because you have like hundreds and thousands of people singing.
Yeah,
it's
Sweet
like
Caroline
fine.
sounds all right.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like 30, elementary kids. But when you give them fucking violins and shit, it sounds like cats dying in a grinder. I don't know how else to describe it.
That.
It is like the most fucked up noise. Like
this happened a year ago.
Yeah, it happened a year ago again.
You're still
and they're like, no.
I would be.
because you're like, oh, the beginner band is now the advanced band. Let's see what's happened in a year. Nothing. They've gone backwards. They have not progressed. They have gone backwards. And they're like the music teacher is like playing the piano. So during those parts, you're like, here's someone who understands like music a little bit and understands and you're hearing that, and then all of a sudden the strings come back in, and you're just like, how are 200 people just not pointing and laughing right now? Like it takes all the energy
in
like my
the scene
body
from Home Alone 2.
And I'm also texting with one of my friends, and we're just like, oh, rough year, huh? Like stringed instruments. Oh gosh,
wow.
like I don't get it. I also don't get. Like, they sing chorus songs, and they're songs that nobody knows. They're songs that not a single person in the entire
Did they sing
audience...
Camptown Races?
No, because even I know what, sort of what that is. I saw Blazing Saddles. I know that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's there was one song from Matilda that I knew, and that was it. Everything else is just like shit you've literally never heard of before. And you're just like, why are these 80 kids learning a song that no one knows any of the words to, or how it's supposed to go or anything like that? I don't know. They did, and then there's like a bell chorus, right? They played the bells, and they did their own version of the Jeopardy song, and you start to hear the bells, and you're like, well, this doesn't sound like the Jeopardy song at all. This sounds like something else I've never heard before.
I like the idea of a bell chorus because it's like you only have to do work like every once in a while. Like, because you're.
Yeah.
I only have to ring this like every 4 seconds. That's pretty easy.
You got plenty of time in between cues.
Yeah, I can like pick up a
you
hobby.
can like look at your watch, smoke a cigarette, like you are good to go.
I have to admit something
Man, that's
embarrassing
brutal.
about vocal cords, I think, talking about singing and stuff. I just always assumed that vocal cords, I don't know, so when you say chords, I do imagine like string instruments, a guitar, so I guess I assumed we all had strings somewhere in the throat, and that's what was making the noises that we produce. And then
Run the poll.
It wasn't,
Are
wasn't
you
until
okay? What are you
I had a
saying, Mike?
congestion problem, and they literally shoved a camera up my nose into my throat. It was horrible. And they're like, look, there's your vocal cords. And I was like, well, not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting.
Did you expect like
right? Yeah. Did you expect like frets and strings like a guitar down there? Like, what did you think was going to happen?
like
There's a whammy bar.
when an X-ray
things
happens
where-
on Ren and Stimpy, and it shows like things inside of people, and it's like just a guitar in there.
And they
Yeah.
posed the issue. I used to be like, what happens if one of them snaps? Like, can they say some words still? As soon as I saw the flaps, I was like, that makes way more sense.
All right, that's a journey that I'm glad we could join you on.
You talking about kids and stuff, and like I just assumed that parenting was difficult based on everything all of my friends with kids have said. But I had like a taste of it yesterday, and it's not hard. Like there were 2 kids over here, like 8 and 6. My friends from college came over.
It's a nice story, but it's going to infuriate you. This is what he's taking away from it.
Was
I'm
way
sorry, Dan.
simpler
Go
than I
ahead.
thought. They were like 8 and 6, and my friends from college, Derek and Kelly, came up, and I wanted to have cocktails with them, and I didn't want the kids around. And so I just took them down here and like put the girl in front of the mister with the N64 core. And I gave
What, you never heard of a mister?
She had not. And then I gave the kid my Ann Vernick SP gimmick and loaded up Yoshi's Island, and I just gave him controllers.
Yeah.
And then I went upstairs and made cocktails, and we just hung out, and there were no kids around. It was great.
Smart. Yeah, that's smart.
But back to like the amount of work as parents that we've done to get our kids to be like well behaved at other people's house is insane. The amount of work that takes to raise a child that's actually okay at other people's houses is you're not getting the raw deal.
Yeah,
gang.
that kid is not bothering you because they don't know you. As soon as they were slightly comfortable with you, they would have been bugging you every 2 minutes for something.
Climbing on you, putting things in your nose. Like
We went to dinner afterwards, and they were fine. I ordered the same thing as the 6-year-old.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
That's a cocktail. So
No,
good.
that's a lie
That was
because
nice.
the 6-year-old knew how they wanted their steak made. Okay.
No, we both got chicken tenders and fries.
You're like, I'll have what she's having. Would you mind ordering for me? Thank you.
And I bet the kid's going to go home and order a Mister and a CRT.
Probably, yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
She got several stars in Mario 64.
That rules.
Hey.
I love that.
Her mom went down at one point and came up, and I was like, how's she doing? And she's like, oh, she was like shooting out of a cannon. And I was like, she got to bomb battlefield. I just set her in front of the castle.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that the idea of like Grubb, and you've had it twice as hard as I have. I mean, like, you have to teach a duality of like people to behave at other people's houses. That's
At a
like,
certain point, you do just let them like figure it out between themselves. Like that's been like they're 6 and 8 now, so they are at a point where they're 6 and 8. God, Dan said that. I'm like, is that right? No, they are 6 and 8, and it is at a point where okay, well, you could stop coming and telling me everything, especially because all of your problems seem to stem from the fact that you do have a sibling. Work it out with her. That's where I'm at now. Just you two. This is with the period of your lives where I'm going to teach you to rely on your ability to solve your own problems. And that's been like this whole year so far. And they're getting better at it.
You've created like a buddy system, like a very reliable buddy system that is somewhat self-sufficient, which is nice.
And it's like there was like years there where it's like I could basically not go 10 minutes without them needing something from me. And now they will like take care of each other a little bit and kind of like be like, hey, let's go play upstairs. And they won't like immediately come down as soon as they start fighting. They'll work it out. It's beginning to happen. It's nice to see.
And if you're like speed running, they know not to bother you.
You guys saw me playing Mario with them climbing all over me.
I did.
Like,
it was very impressive, honestly.
Yeah, you should almost
just so used to it.
you should almost be gifted like time for your handicap there. Like
Yeah,
I
right,
think
exactly.
You know, I
Yeah,
will
what do
go
you-
against that so hard.
Well,
I will hire a child to sit in this room while I speed run.
I was
Just
gonna
because
say
I don't
we should-
understand birth control doesn't mean I should get an advantage.
Wait, Dan, you said you're going to give a child a job?
Yeah, exactly.
I do think kids should have jobs.
Agreed, totally. Say
I come
that.
from a family grocery store where every child worked all the time, and we all got stronger and better because of it.
Interesting position, Dan. At what age?
Talking and walking.
Oh, so
Yeah,
like
but you're a
3.
really efficient, hard worker, too.
I think, I think kids should work, and I think as a kid, I would have liked to have more money, so I would have taken a job at like 6.
I'm gonna
shut
I'll
up,
float
you
I'll
dumb
float this by the
idiot.
6-year-old and see what she says.
I mean, from the moment I was 14, legally could work. I have had 2 jobs at least since I've been like 14.
You've just covered so many years in between 6 and 14.
It's very different. I had a job at 14 too.
Yeah.
I was mowing
like,
lawns before that. I was babysitting. I was
awesome. Babysitting's not a job.
No.
Neither is
money.
mowing a lawn. Okay, but it's not a job. It's not a job. That's like gig
Well,
work.
then I
That's
think
like,
kids should have shoot jobs.
okay,
The
so your
office.
position's even worse. What do you mean? Like,
Like, I think if you told Dylan he could work at a gas station, well, no, he's lazy. I don't know if he would. I mean, no, he's great.
I believe
Wait,
you're in
I
the
forget
next
where-
chapter of appreciation for that child.
Yeah, where are you at with
Last
Dib right now?
indefinitely.
What do you mean right now? You mean always and forever, Jeff?
Well, no, because he just said it. He said that kid's great. I forget like where we left off on the Dan versus Dib saga.
It was around the time I got a retro tank. I don't know.
Oh, you're trying to get that expense. You're being
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
what was going
indefinite
on.
though, but it bought Dylan some months.
Bakalar,
He's
don't
got
you
a-
regret not letting us expense our retro tinks before they were going up by $5,000 because of tariffs? You really messed up here, bud.
Is it $5,000?
I mean, it's going to be a lot, but it's
Yeah.
maybe not 5,000.
Yes, I do regret it.
Thank you. Thank you for admitting your mistake.
I need you to. He's got a birthday coming up. I'm gonna need you to maybe gift him something.
Me to Dylan?
Yes, was I not
Okay,
clear?
I'll do it as
Yeah.
long as I can pick it.
Yeah,
I know exactly what I'm sending him. Do you have a 4K? You have a 4K blue. He's got a PlayStation. Yeah, okay. I'm good.
Just him
You're gonna make him watch
Jaws.
Jaws in 4K.
No, he's gonna send him another copy of MacGruber, which we still find littered
that's a good
around my house to this day. Found one in the beer fridge 4 months after you were here. Remember that?
That could have been anyone back. Like, there were a lot of people at that party.
You're right. We're all looking for the guy. We're all looking for the guy who could have done this. Yeah, totally. Send him. I know for real. It's got to be something good.
Yeah. The
No,
thing I have in
no.
mind is objectively good.
Something
Gotta
good for
choose my
children.
words. Got to choose my words a little more wisely there.
Something good that you think I, as a child, would have liked.
Yeah.
I'll send something that you could have benefited from, Mike.
Not bad.
not
no,
what he said.
I don't want a lesson.
Oh, sorry, the shark doesn't sing.
That would have helped. That would have helped.
and don't send him an application for a job. Okay. Don't
He
send
should
him
want to do
something
that
like
himself,
that.
But yeah.
He can't be doing one-off, knick-knack jobs. He's a growing boy.
Get him a job
Why
at
do-
Subway or something. Yeah.
No, they don't hire
Yeah, it's illegal.
children.
What is the hardest job you think Dib could do? Because I'm trying to think like at 6 and 8, like what like my kids could actually
That's a
do.
good question.
Like they could probably, if like there was a main person cleaning a house, they could probably help someone like pick stuff up a little bit. Like that's what
So
they
it's
could
like
maybe
child gig work, right? That's like,
Yeah.
hmm.
It's
Uber?
like work
Uber
junior.
driver?
Oh, Dan, stop talking.
You have robot cars.
Dan,
What
it's
do you
just
need the kids for? What do
it's
they
just
do?
It's just so stupid. It's not even worth entertaining. Yeah, drive a car. Yeah, drive a car
Can they
around
play
town.
Marvel Snap while they do it?
Yeah.
Aside from I don't even think he could shovel someone's driveway yet. He's just not big enough.
What the fuck?
He's not big enough.
He could work at hockey sticks fine, but not a shovel.
Yeah.
My God, Dan, when's the last time
different.
you shoveled snow, right?
No,
yeah,
never.
you don't exactly. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're in Minnesota. What do? You do you have you pay somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Minnesota snow. Yeah, I'm with Dan there.
I don't know if I've
but
ever
you
shoveled
try it
snow.
once to see if you could do it so you could
wait a
save
s-
money.
Wait a second. They snowed Kansas, right? All this talk about
Yeah, I
jobs
didn't-
are great. What? You never shoveled the
I
driveway
guess
when
there
you
were
were
a couple
kid?
times. Yeah, there were a couple times when my car would be buried in snow in Minnesota. Well, that was Minnesota, but
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
probably
talking about
did. I'm just
shoveling a
not-
driveway.
I'm not
like
believing this.
a foot of snow on a driveway is rough business.
No, of course it's a lot. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not rough, but like you still have tried it once, Bakalar.
Yes, of course, and I still do it. Like even if there's
me
less
too.
than 8 inches, I'll do my whole walkway and I'll make a path for sure.
I'm just not
with,
buying this whole like setup that Dan's been trying to give us of like really hardworking, full of gumption, super reliable child who did the things that he was told at all times.
I think
I wasn't. I'm just saying the kids today should.
Wait.
You
So when
were
you
saying
said
you were.
the kids that were working in the grocery store, you were not talking about yourself.
Oh no, it closed when I was 9.
What?
So and before
when
9, you
were
had not done any work at this grocery
If they
store.
asked me, I would have. Grandpa asked me, I would have.
So no, okay.
So you didn't do
Well,
shit.
no, he wouldn't trust me because of the time that I was there when they were closing up, and I found his spool of stickers that said like 10 cents or 25 cents, and I went around and I put them on everything in the store. He didn't like that, so I don't think he trusted me to
I do.
work the
This
store.
is the most boomer energy I have heard, though. It's like something I have not done, but these kids today should be doing.
Yeah, it's
mean it,
bullshit.
though.
It's
No,
bullshit.
of course not. No, I know. I just like the most boomer energy
Yeah,
thing.
but-
I get what you were going for.
No, but Grubb, you're right. Even him like insinuating it in a comical way is upsetting.
Yes.
I know, that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Like my dad thinking his kids should smoke cigarettes.
Oh,
Yeah, well, come on. Your
God.
that's a brain dead
No,
thing
he's
to
a
think.
leader of men.
You sit here in your
I'm-
earth tone shirts and you judge us and the youth of today.
I know.
Yeah.
Mike, I was like, I want to comment on his shirt. It's a nice shirt, right? It's
like you're-
how
it's
dare you
your-
have a
it's-
nice shirt?
It's your Twitch overlay, Minotti. That's
It
what
is.
his
It's
shirt
literally
is.
the colors I like because I associate them with old Epcot. I love
he's
those
a walking,
colors.
he's
why I
a
got
walking,
it, yeah.
talking figment attraction from
Yes.
fucking 1978.
What's the power symbol? Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow,
more of a
yeah.
Universe of Energy vibe. Actually, I think they used to have those colors on the outside of it.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh, it's
you're
the
like a
POW. It
Commodore
is the POW
64.
color, so I can expense that because it's like promoting.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, you are
I
the
bought it like 2
cheapest-
years ago. I got
He's
the
a-
receipt, maybe.
I don't say this out loud enough in a full, clear, like he's the cheapest motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life.
It's impressive,
Like,
honestly.
Tell
not
that to the
even close.
woodpeckers.
Not even close. And I know some cheap
I'm
motherfuckers.
telling you, compared to my father, I am a million times better about the cheapness. I was raised with nuclear cheapness. I could not walk in or out of the house without him looking like, oh, just saw a quarter roll out, just saw a dime roll out. Oh, there goes a $50. Oh, wow, $1 just flew out. Yeah.
Was that okay? I remember being at your house and I walked out of the bathroom and I left the light on in the bathroom and you made a comment that reminded me of you saying that. Was that about like saving money? You like the lights off in a room when you leave it? Like,
Oh,
is that,
no, my dad is absolutely. My dad will just sit in a dark house all day by himself because he doesn't want to spend the.
So it's like,
I
that's
can't
what it
use
was
the
though.
AC
He's like,
in his car because it costs money. He says.
you like you grew up and like so every time you leave a room, every time the light goes off. That's what that was.
He's gotten way more extreme about it.
But I'm saying you is
growing
when,
up.
when you asked me to do it, like was that because
I don't remember
walked out of
asking
your
you to
bathroom.
do that.
It wasn't like a big deal. I just walked out of the bathroom. You're like, oh, you left the light on. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally did. You're right. And I went back and got it, but I was just like, it was
weird.
leaving the light on in the
Bro,
bathroom is not a big deal.
Bro, we have to be careful. We have to be careful when we do this. When
Yeah.
we do the sort of like therapy of understanding his childhood and unpacking all that, we
You're right.
then become more forgiving.
You're
and
right.
We have to strike a balance.
We have to keep him in a
if you've
place of
seen
hatred.
the scope, you would be
exactly.
absolutely-
So a scope I don't want to see, Dan, because I don't want to have more empathy for you.
Oh, you'd get a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think my empathy meter has been filled, and I don't need to add any more of those little
Listen,
bottles.
it's a weakness of the West. We shouldn't even entertain the idea.
You know who okay, so it's very clear who broke me, and you know who also got me on the right path will be unsurprising as well. It was Bonk. Whereas the nuclear cheapness was definitely still around when I met Bonk. But keep in mind, when she and I first met, she had just moved across the country, didn't have like a job yet and stuff. I was working at Giant Bomb. We're in San Francisco. And I was like, right away, I was like, we got to go to a Hood Slam show. And so she wasn't into wrestling or anything at the time. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. We're dating. It's early. And then we go and, you got to go all the way out to Oakland. And then we lived in the Sunset. So it was like a long Uber back. And like in the Uber, I sent her like a fare split thing. She was, and God bless her. She was just like, hey, just so you know, that's kind of weird. Like, this is like, we just started dating, and this is definitely like a you thing. Wanted to show me wrestling, and I don't have a job yet and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, okay. So, like,
What are you doing making me question Bonk now?
No,
you're questioning
making
Bonk?
me be like,
wait, you're
what?
questioning Bonk? I think she was in the
Yeah.
right to do that.
No. She's for
she had an
tolerating
out.
you.
She
For not
had an
just
out.
taking you out of the car.
For tolerating. Oh yeah, no,
She had an out, is what I'm saying.
yes, but no,
The
I got
easiest
a lot
of
better, a
outs.
lot quicker.
I
a lot
can't
quicker
believe
with her.
you even thought Bakalar meant that. Like, well, maybe Bach was in the wrong. Bach should have paid that fare. Incredible.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
Incredible.
making a meal out of that idiotic. Oh my lord, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah. You guys didn't know 20s, Dan.
Apparently not. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like Derek who came over last night, who knew me, like lived with me in college. Like it's stark for him. You guys have just known
Wait,
Bonk
so
Dan, you know.
have you seen these college friends in a while or what?
Oh, I catch up. Yeah, he's my college friend.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple that I like super keep in touch with. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, man.
Yeah. And he was the responsible one back then that like drove us around and dealt with our dumbasses. He was the one who lived with the guy who tried to stab me.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right.
Right.
That old
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
That'll
Man, that
check
story
that.
gets real messed up real fast. Okay.
I like the part where he hangs out with him again after the stabbing.
Yeah,
That's the
where he's
part that I
like,
get hung up on, Jeff.
Yep.
he's like, bygones, water under the bridge and all that.
I don't
You know?
have
Don't
any
do it
enemies,
again.
but if someone's
It's not
trying
like-
to stab me and
We
break
don't have to
into my house
relitigate it, but
multiple times.
it is like, Mike, for you, is it that like Dan is like scared of a lot of things? Why wouldn't he be scared of the man that tried to stab him?
That is a big part of it.
Because he didn't
Yeah.
remember trying to do it. And so I was like,
that's
oh,
worse.
that was a different
No.
person. Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No,
I
your
don't,
danger meter needs a severe recalibration. Like it needs a factory reset for sure, my friend. Good
Well, I
Lord.
mean, he wasn't at my house yesterday.
Good.
All right,
Good.
well, there you go.
that would have, yeah. That
Although
actually
he has
would've
like
been
20 kids now. So yeah.
that's a
But
lot.
I don't have that
Sure,
many.
like,
I don't
if-
have that many Amber Nicks.
If the man who tried to stab you was like, hey, we should hang out at your house. Can I come over? Would you let him or would you be
I
like,
mean, I've hung
"Ah."
out with him 6 or 7 years ago, but
Oh, that's way too recent.
yeah.
I'm not okay with that. That's I'm gonna call that stupid.
I believe there were some things that happened that maybe happened to a lot of people I knew in Kansas that went
Okay,
in
so-
certain directions that we don't really talk much anymore. You know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Took care of
okay.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a part of the show where I am caught up on all things that I missed during the week. Is there anything, boys?
Oh, not
that I
all
need
things
to
at
know?
all. I played the Overblood Scream. You had no idea what the hell that was.
Right, but I'm talking about like the stuff that the highest priority stuff. Like, what's the stuff I need to know? What did I?
People died, and we're sad about losing Peepo. That happened a bit ago. We're still processing
Can you
the loss
recognize
of
this?
Peepo.
Do you know this, Bakalar?
It looks like that Rob the Robot thing. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
How
pretty
dare
close,
you.
actually.
Yeah,
it works
well,
like the
Peepo.
Rob the Robot.
What Dan just held up like a little figure of like a
That's
robot. What is that?
Peepo from Overblood, which is what Jeff's playing on Blake Club right now. And he was
Oh,
our best
no.
friend, but he's fucking dead now.
Yeah, he's so
Oh.
fucking dead, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
he's super dead.
Some friends we're gonna lose along the way.
Yeah.
You know?
And a Giant Bomb fan will be sending me a 15-inch Peepo.
Okay.
Do you know that? Let me check. I gotta check my messages.
I got to
Got
check
back
mine
to me.
too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're
Yeah,
fighting
basically-
over a 15-inch Peepo.
Yeah, we're
they're
fighting over 15 Peepo.
It's basically that, and we all like blueprints. Well, not all of us. Sean
Yeah.
doesn't. That's okay.
Sean doesn't. Okay.
No.
All right. Can't
He's-
win.
but he-
Bakalar's
didn't
really
review
behind.
it,
I think
so he can't
Bakalar
help
just
you.
heard about Avowed.
No, I know about Avowed.
Oh, okay.
And I know about blueprints for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, you'd
Why?
be proud of us. And in fact, I think we should maybe get a little bonus because we destroyed Kind of Funny in that Monaco 2
I
competition
heard about that.
thing.
Very good. Good job.
Yeah.
really
But
did,
we,
yeah.
we embarrassed them, actually.
Yeah.
I think. So
And they were
Yeah,
the ones who
everyone
got
just-
paid.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows they just suck at video games, is what I've
I
read.
think so. I think
guess.
it's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna let that one go.
Okay, Bakalar, I do want your opinion. For my robot lawnmower, should I have it mow in a checkerboard pattern or just back and forth in lines?
The checkerboard sounds cooler.
It looks real. I'm looking at it because I'm waiting for my kid's bus to get home. I have my Ring doorbell. I'm looking at my house came with a Ring doorbell. I don't endorse it otherwise. I'm looking at my lawn in the front yard, and it looks really nice on this camera feed. So
I think we should do checkerboard.
it's
Like,
like
why not?
right. I wouldn't do it if I was still mowing my lawn, but the robot, I have no feelings.
Yeah,
for
it
that
doesn't
thing.
matter, right?
It doesn't
I
matter.
mean,
Yeah.
how does the robot feel about it?
I didn't ask, and I don't care.
It must take
Yeah.
longer, I suppose. So I guess you're
It
using more
does.
robot energy.
Yes, it does. But I got a second battery pack because of the clipper gathering thing. And when it's not always gathering clippings, because you're right, Mike, that's not important most of the time. And so it just went. I said to do that. I'm like, well, I bet it's going to run out of battery or it's going to get stuck. And I looked outside and it was done. And it was back in charging. I'm like, that was super easy and it just looks great. So, man.
So you're pretty happy with this robot lawnmower, right?
I'm a big fan of it now. Yeah.
Do you call it Peepo?
I'm going to call it Peepo.
You put googly eyes on it yet or what?
No, Peepo doesn't have eyes.
It's been raining nonstop, so there's not been any opportunity for eyes yet, because it'll be too wet.
The weather has sucked. It's like not getting better anytime super soon. It's been so gray and dreary, and I want to go outside and walk.
If you're getting ours,
sunshine.
you get ours a couple days later. It'll be good.
Yes.
We're finally like getting into the regular 60s now.
It'll get good as soon as I go to Florida. I know.
Here's my thing, though. I'm like kind of relieved whenever it's raining right now because I never know when like the water's going to shut off because the government's going to go away because everything's falling apart. And I'm like, okay, at least we still got water. That's what I need right now.
At least they're still letting it rain.
And they're letting it rain and I'll be able to drink some of this just in case. Like, so that's nice.
All right. Well, there's your weather report. And this is also a call-in show, if you couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, about that. 707 Exit Flu is the phone number. We got Turbo Sean running the back end today. Thank you, Turbo Sean. How about we let Mike Minotti choose the first voicemail?
I go with Arby's.
Yo, I'm on a road trip and I just ate Arby's. Shit is ass. Tastes like I licked someone's foot that was like in the ocean or some bullshit. Bye.
It doesn't work that way. You have to tell us what you ordered.
Yeah, you can't just say the whole place.
It could be you're bad at ordering food. Like, you got to consider that.
Like, what did you? Yeah, come on. Like, what did you get? Like the turkey sandwich at Arby's or something? God, man,
pretty good, actually.
Yeah, honestly, it's all pretty good. Anyways, I don't know, man. Almost nothing tastes better to me than an Arby's roast beef with that Arby's sauce. I don't like. It must be not to some people's taste because it is a reoccurring joke with so many people how bad specifically Arby's is. But
you've heard Daily Show talk about that, right? They're like, they just picked Arby's randomly. They never actually were like, we don't like Arby's. It was just a funny word to say.
Arby's is different, and we like to make fun of things that are different, right? Because it's not just one of the burger or chicken or Mexican places. They're like, we're roast beef sandwiches and mozzarella sticks. And God, the mozzarella sticks are good. Holy crap, are they amazing?
Okay, Mike,
They're good. They're good.
I have the tiny Arby's up over there. I have my hat. I love our Arby's started here. I am Mr. Arby's. You don't come to my show that I am affiliated with sometimes and talk shit about Arby's like you got some kind of funny vendetta. Get the hell out of there with that bullshit. We respect roast beef in this house. We respect curly fries. We respect Jamocha shakes. We are a pro Arby's website. Yeah!
That was
That's
beautiful,
your Independence
Mike.
Day speech.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an AK-47 in my basement right now.
By today's standards, you're at least qualified to be a senator somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Are you guys familiar with Joe is Hungry?
No.
Okay. This was a revelation to me because I thought he was a huge deal because I did a Min-Max charity stream and Jacob Geller gave me a hard sell like, you have to check out Joe is Hungry. And then I've heard other people in the games industry talk about him and John Warren and stuff. And I thought he was huge. And me and Bonk were.
Oh, I know him.
Nikki's posting all caps. Let me on. How do I get in?
I know Joe is Hungry.
Joe is Hungry is amazing. I was showing Bonk this. And she was like, yeah, how many views does this have? And I was expecting to see 15, 20 million. And I scrolled down and it was like 12,000, 13,000. And like, this guy is so good at YouTube. He's just this nice old man who loves fast food and has this incredible rating system for it. Like, watch any of his stuff. It's amazing.
It's interesting because he gets a lot of juice with like TikToks.
Oh, really?
You know? Yeah, I don't know like where a lot of his energy is like super focused, but yeah, his YouTube.
Do you know about the
like,
Sneakadoodle Bites and Shadow Joe?
I don't know Shadow Joe, but I've watched his Taco Bell stuff before.
He's doing pretty well on
tremendous.
TikTok. He's got a good amount of videos in the hundreds of thousands, some in the tens of thousands, but he's doing pretty good.
Okay, because I was thinking recently watching this stuff like I should get Joe is Hungry on the dump truck.
Yeah, that seems like a good fit. And he's like super wholesome, like he's very
just a nice old man who loves. He just strikes me as a guy who loves video editing and fast food and just wanted to do a silly thing with it. Yeah,
totally. Like he found his woodworking. You know, like he found his whittling wood, and it's this.
Yeah,
I like that
I genuinely love his stuff. Yeah.
he appears to have a meat thermometer with him at all times, so he can see how hot the food is when it's served.
So that's in the car. He prefers them 140 degrees or higher, and then he takes the sneakadoodle bite when he first gets it, but you don't see it until he starts doing the review later, and then he throws to Shadow Joe to see what the sneakadoodle bite first taste is.
Interesting.
It's tremendous thing too.
Here he is trying Arby's deep fried turkey gobbler sandwich.
I recommend. I just went in and just found stuff like, ooh, what does he think of the toasted cheddar street chalupas from Taco Bell? And like, just cherry pick the stuff you like, and you'll get the sense.
I'm surprised. I mean, I didn't realize you felt that passionately about Arby's, Mike.
I'm with him.
It's very sweet. I guess I have nothing really against Arby's. There's
Mike,
not a lot of them where I live.
I think I actually don't have my hat on me right now. Jeff and I used to talk about Arby's a lot on our show. So Arby's sent us meat sweats and hats one time.
Oh, they have meat sweatpants? Is that the joke?
And a shirt and like sweatshirt and sweatpants. It's a whole thing. It actually did start right here in my sort of location, Northeast Ohio, Boardman, Ohio.
I don't know how happy you need to be about that, but that's okay.
No, it's great. I'm working. One of my big goals in life is to get a historical marker on the original Arby's building. They sell tombstones right now in there, but it was the first Arby's ever.
Oh,
yeah,
you want to get
tombstone place.
You want to get the government to put a plaque on that building.
That's correct. I think I can make that happen.
Are you in the process of doing that? Have you filled out the paperwork?
I haven't started it yet. The campaign will begin soon.
But we talk about it on our podcast a lot.
As if there's going to be a department that will handle that left standing.
Okay, well,
we better work fast or hold it for a while.
Like I feel like they have offered that job to maybe a 10-year-old. I don't know. Like
it's like whoever put the plaque in the elevator at the Bone Adventure that says this is where Arnold Schwarzenegger rode a horse in this elevator.
Yeah,
I like that plaque a lot.
That's cool. If I just made a plaque and put it there, do you think like the people who own that building would be like, we gotta get rid of this plaque?
I think
you would hear it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Gorilla Glue?
Like stick it? Yeah, like an epoxy or something.
I think it would be more like it would be like a sign. It would come out of the ground.
That's
okay.
No. This has to be stuck on the building.
Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they'll be happy. I mean,
I think sticking a plaque to the building is a better move.
Yes.
But I also think you should LARP as someone who would do that. Just call them up and be
I'm
like,
willing
hey,
to do that. Mike, are you willing to defraud this place? Because I am.
Or just be like tombstones. I think that tombstones is already a bit of a scam anyways. We're buying things for dead people, so I don't feel bad scamming them.
Okay.
Just wear like a reflective vest and show up and you'll be fine.
I would argue tombstones are for people who are alive, but okay, I get your point.
Sure.
I get your point.
Okay. I get your point too. It's for identification. I don't like graveyards. I don't like tombstones. Just put me in the trash. I'm one of those
favorite
people.
Yeah, throw me in the trash loose. Yeah.
100%.
Man, that Arby's things. I have a bunch of macaroni and cheese hoodies and swim trunks and pants and stuff, but I bequeath them all to Mary Kish. So I don't have all over food gear anymore.
I have the matching pants right over there. I didn't put them on.
Damn it!
Yeah.
And they said in the letter they sent us, you can. I think you could buy the hat, but the meat sweats have to be earned. So they just send those to influencers.
I've earned some meat sweats in my life for sure.
Yeah. God,
I wish I had that kind of loyalty to a brand.
It's nice.
Like a food brand.
Because it's harmless, right? Other than the fact that some people come at you and try to insult your favorite brands, but other than that, it's harmless. It's
the Inspire network of brands. I'm looking
that
here.
Owns Arby's,
Baskin Robbins, Buffalo Wild Wings, Dunkin' Donuts, Jimmy John's, and Sonic are all part of the Inspire.
Some of those are good.
Some are good, but that's no Yum. The Yum portfolio is the best.
Yeah, that's the one you want to be a part of, right? Yeah. Hey, I think Dunkin' Donuts is fine.
Yeah, it's great. I like Dunkin'
My kids
Donuts.
love Jimmy John's. I used to work there. I never loved Jimmy John's. But
it's fine. The 50-cent day old bread is the way to go, and then you go and put your own cheese on it.
Sure. And then you got people in your life that try to get too many old breads and try to bring them into your
free bread.
I love free bread. Into your hotel room or whatever.
All right. Well, thank you, caller. Dan Reichert, your turn.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with the Rizzler.
So I'm not on TikTok, and I don't know if this scans, but it occurred to me. Is Jason Finelli the Rizzler for Giant Bomb? I think so, if that's good. I hope. Anyway, bye.
I think they're just both Italian.
And I think I would argue that the Rizzler is the best of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Jason Finelli.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a good thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finelli's
yes.
interesting because he's like Philadelphia Italian.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
Right,
different
Mike?
flavor.
Would you like to speak to that?
Italian. I only know Ohio Italians for the most part, so I'm not sure.
Like, Youngstown Italians too. So that's very specific.
We're very mafia adjacent Italians. I'm not sure what's going on with Philadelphia. I know
You
Finelli
said
can
that
sing because
weird.
I see he does a lot of like plays and stuff. I don't know what his dance moves are like though, and that's important for the comparison.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I
Speaking of
bet he could make a
yeah,
good
go-
TikTok.
Sure.
Jason Finelli.
Speaking of Philadelphia, man, the memes are running wild with just like every step of our fucking living nightmare having the Always Sunny in Philadelphia guys kind of like represent the machinations of government. I don't know if you just caught any of these, but it is like spot on in a way where Charlie is just the perfect sort of scapegoat for all that stuff.
Is it just
Man.
like the wild card episode over and over?
It's like wild card. It's like, whenever they have, when they team up Mac and Dennis and like Mac is not like mentally ill,
Right,
like
and
he's
yes.
just he like turns into like a normal person for a second.
Right.
And then Charlie is the one who has like a head injury.
Yeah, the one where they're like trying to explain to Charlie that he's not helping and he's being completely worthless, and he's like, "Who are we talking about?" Oh, yeah, I agree. And it's like, wait, what do you think is happening right now? We're talking about you, Donald Trump. Yeah.
It's just it lends itself so perfectly to all this. It really is remarkable, man. What a prophetic show.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal. Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you, Mike. We'll go to Grubb.
Yeah, let me take a look at the list here. I got it here in the Discord. Let's go with being a furry.
Do it.
Okay.
Hello. Have you ever suspected one of your coworkers of being a furry? And also some other questions. What would you pick for your own persona or a persona for somebody else? Thank you. Bye.
I mean, I think we all suspect Dan.
No, not in a million years.
He does protest too much sometimes, doesn't he?
Yep. Right?
Low hanging fruit.
Okay.
It's not the lowest hanging fruit for this question.
That's right.
I don't want to like. This is not derogatory, right? Like, this isn't a statement of like offense or anything. I'm not trying to say like you look like a furry person, but I don't think it would. I would not be surprised. Even saying I wouldn't be surprised comes off as like offensive, doesn't it?
Depends.
This whole thing is a little bit, but keep going.
Who do you think I'm thinking of? How about that? How about we play that game?
I mean, I know that
Out of our crew.
Yeah, I mean, Sean. I mean, it's all good.
I don't think Sean would surprise
I don't
me.
think there's anything wrong with it. I love furries. They're so nice to me.
I also think I would not be surprised if you, Minotti, had like an owl.
That's just body hair. That doesn't count.
I would be an elephant. I love elephants.
You're right. This is offensive.
I would be an elephant if it makes you feel better.
Grimace.
Like I could be an elephant and picture it so well in a way that like I feel it. Do you know what I mean?
I guess I'd rather be an owl than a fox. I guess that's fine.
Well, which are you in real life? I mean, which do you?
I'm
wear?
a bear. Apparently, I get emails about it.
Well, that's a different kind of. That's a different kind of.
The other day, Mike's like, "Do you guys get emails like this?" And me and Dad were like, "Nope."
I mean, to be fair, you are the beariest bear.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Whoever bared. Like, come on, bud.
He's like, just me, huh? All right.
Just me. All right. I'm feeling it's some kind of archetype for certain people, apparently.
Get in where you can fit in, baby. Be happy. Be freaking happy. Let's go. But yeah, elephant for me. What about you guys? Obviously Dan Woodpecker. Easy.
No. Yeah.
Although, can I use the beak to like attack things?
Sure, Dan.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll put a knife on your face. Whatever you got to do.
They have a lot of probably unused Woody Woodpecker costumes at the Universal parks because he used to
Is
be
Woody Woodpecker not big anymore?
No, but he used to be the mascot for the Universal theme parks for some
He had a
reason.
3D animated movie a few years, right?
I think it was a really cheaply.
game.
I think that was mostly a
for PS1.
Brazil thing. So.
No, Dib, he was like an environmental activist in that one. Dib
That's
watched that.
Ferngully.
No. Yes, and of course, in Land Before Time and all that shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
but is Land Before Time environmental?
Probably.
I can't
don't know.
remember.
Anti-asteroid.
Not really.
It's not. No, it's not. But the Woody Woodpecker live action, yes, it was environmental. And did watch it a couple years ago, and it was real dumb. It was real bad, real stupid. What would you be, Grubb?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I have not really ever thought about it. It's not like
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about it. Like it's one of those things that literally has zero appeal to me. I don't find it even like repulsive or repugnant. I just have never thought about it. So, sitting here trying to like, what animal would I want to? Okay, maybe I'm going through the lens of making it sexual. And maybe that's my hang up here. Maybe, let me just.
I thought it was inherent. Is it not a sex?
Yeah,
thing?
well, I think that to me, I view it as inherently sexual. I think a lot of it is, but
wait,
it doesn't.
it?
You guys are gonna get in trouble.
I didn't know that.
I don't think it has to be. So let me view it in a different way. I think it would be cool to be anything that could fly. I'll say an eagle. I want to be Jeff Eagle. That's my answer. And that's just because I think it'd be cool to fly. I don't know if that's in the spirit of the question.
I don't think there's any wrong answers here.
Velociraptor, like Jurassic Park style.
Like a furry raptor, a furraptor.
Oh, I guess. Well, yeah, they got feathers. They told us about that in Jurassic Park, but then they portrayed them as not. But that's weird. But
Correct.
yeah,
The documentary known as Jurassic Park.
yeah, but I want to be like the Jurassic Park style raptor.
Sure.
Agreed. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Good call. And I guess, do we want to know what Mike wants to be or is?
I definitely do. Yeah, we've all answered. He has to now.
Mike, your turn, pal. What do you wear to furry conventions?
Costumes are so hot. That's my big hang up about it.
You could put a fan in it. You could put a fan in it.
Sexually, he thinks they're very hot.
Right.
But look, I'll be a mouse. We all know where I'm going with that. There you go.
Oh,
God.
He doesn't look anything like a shoot mouse.
Somehow he answered in the worst possible way.
Yeah, do you think Sonic Fox looks a lot like a shoot fox, Dan?
Who's Sonic Fox?
The fighting furry who's relatively famous.
Mike, he's never heard of
okay.
Evo. You're getting nowhere with that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
never heard of
Evo. I don't know what that is either. I think.
Really?
I'm
Sean, they're
sorry.
older than me, right? I'm cooler than them.
Oh yeah,
Sean?
100%, Mike. 100%.
Yeah, this is the barometer for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel good.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what I expected. That's my fault. I blame myself and I blame the caller. So I will pivot out of this voicemail and
Send in your
merge.
calls correcting me about thinking it's a sex thing, please. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like
I thought it was like a fetish, like wearing a
It's
diaper or
not.
something. No.
No, it's not
Oh,
a sex. It's
Dan,
not
I don't think-
inherently a
I don't
sex
It's
think
thing.
definitely a
so.
sex thing. I'll say that loud and proud.
You think it leads with?
But
a
I don't know if
sex
it
thing?
leads. I don't know if it leads a sex thing, and that I don't know. And I know
Lots
if
of things can become sex things, of course.
I think it's definitely related to sex. I don't know if it leads with sex.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it like I would love to see
I think we
some sort
probably
of
just
diagram.
don't know anything about this.
I want to see some sort of
I made some
report.
assumptions, is what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll take us out of this conversation, and I want to talk about horror movie.
Hey, Dump Truck. This is Mike from north of the border. Hey, during Blake Club, Dan's talking about the credits theme to Robot Chicken. That is the mall music from my favorite horror movie, Dawn of the Dead. At what point in a horror movie would you survive till or be immediately killed off? Thank you.
That?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, right on.
I am the first. I'm not the first one killed off. I'm the first one who's killed off once the danger is identified. There's always a couple that it's like a big surprise, like it's random, like, oh, what's happening here? As soon as like there's the scene's like, well, now we know what's happening, and then somebody gets killed off immediately, then that's me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I understand that, but okay.
No, I get it. Yeah, like because there's always that moment where like people finally realize what's going on and they recognize that they're in danger. Before that, there's always like a young couple like having sex and they're like the most promiscuous ones, and they die and no one knows about it.
Right. So you're the first to go once we've hit that milestone in the narrative.
Yeah, once like there's like a conference and like I'm there and like I'm not very helpful, but and I'm scared.
You're definitely panicking, maybe the most.
I may be the most panic and pathetic, and that's why I deserve to die, according to the screenwriter.
I would obviously go off on my own and die. Like, obviously, just try to do things on my own and be like, oh, I'll handle this and split up from the group, and then I would die.
Did you just die from trying to survive on your own? Is that how you die?
I would get like fed up and frustrated with everyone else and be like, look, you guys aren't making it happen. I'm going to go do this on my own. And
Did you guys see that Liam Neeson movie, The Gray or something? Where he's just
the wolves?
Yeah, with the wolves.
He fist fights wolves?
Right. There's that guy who dies, like, and some people die on the plane, right? And then it's like, well, now we got to do this dangerous trek. And there's a plane crash at the beginning. They're stuck in the frozen wilderness.
Got it. Hence the wolves. Got it.
Yeah. So like, they're like, well, we got to be careful about wolves though, right? And then like, there's like the one guy in the group. It seems like he might be like the comedic side character, the comedy relief. He's the most pathetic looking. He's like the most scared. And then like, as soon as I start running and the wolves attack, he's just immediately the one who can't keep up and gets eaten by the wolves first. That's me. That's me.
I think I try to escape due to cowardice, and like maybe like push someone in the way of the killer, and I run away. I got away, and then I get like I die, and then like a car hits me or something. You know,
sure, right, unrelated, but deserved.
You're the lawyer from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys.
I'm hoping that the T-Rex eats the kids, and I'll go take a
last
shit.
girl.
You're hoping the T-Rex eats Dib.
Yes.
Yeah, he's much more delicious, obviously.
Bakalar, you would be last girl.
Last girl, yeah?
Yeah, you'd survive. You're innocent.
Okay, thanks. I'll take that. I think we're underestimating Dan's ability to survive against all odds.
Yeah.
I think
Dan
talk the killer out of it. Yeah.
You're just a slippery shit, and you know you're just gonna wind up seeing the credits roll. I think.
Yeah, I'm back for the sequel. Yeah.
You know.
Well,
then you die in
the sequel.
We're gonna kill off the guy that looks like he works at a bowling alley. What do you mean?
No.
Right, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna kill this carpet salesman. No, we're not gonna kill that guy.
Thanks, Bakalar.
Of course not.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said about me. Thank you.
Yeah, you look like you manage a Roy Rogers.
I don't know who that is, but I'll do it.
This is like an old fast food joint. Those colors.
Yeah, you never seen a Roy Rogers before? You love fast food.
No, I've never heard of it.
Really?
Maybe that's like an East Coast thing. Like, wait,
It's
you
definitely
guys
an
know
East
about
Coast
Wawa?
thing.
You guys know about
I've
Wawa?
heard only through you.
Yeah, I've heard about Wawa.
Ohio's getting its first Wawa. I know this. I don't know if it's near
I don't
me,
even
but
know.
one getting
I
a
got
Wawa.
sheets. Stay out of my state,
sheets,
Wawa.
so you're fine. Wawa. Yeah, I guess Roy Rogers was like.
It appears to be a
It was
cowboy.
like fried chicken. It was like a fried chicken on the interstate sort of thing. It was all the Roy Rogers I know are now Wendy's. So take that for what it's worth. They weren't like absorbed by them. They just replaced them.
Yeah, I've never seen a Roy Rogers, and I've only heard it by name.
It was very much like Westerny, like it was, obviously
Cowboy.
Roy Rogers.
Right.
Yeah, cowboy.
I went there one
fried
time
chicken.
when I was driving to Topsail Beach. So yeah, it definitely must be an East Coast thing.
I appreciate you saying that I'd survive pretty long. That means a lot. I thought I was gonna like reach a point in the movie where it's just like I survived this long, but now like you know what? This horde coming towards me, I'm just gonna pack it in. Like
maybe second to last. Like yeah. But I think you survive a long time.
Yeah. All right, I had a good run. Wawa's amazing though. When it comes, just try out the subs. Wawa subs are really, really good. Give that a try. Okay, chat. It's your turn. The first voicemail. Hold on, let me open this. The first voicemail that I see, I will choose from chat. So where's it gonna be? Where's it gonna go? Okay, we've got Slurp.
Yo, dumpers. You ever take how big is this? A 48-ounce bottle of Mott's applesauce and just...
No.
Never just...
I gotta stop listening.
What other slurpable foods do you like to slurp?
Whoa.
Love you.
What did Caller just do?
He slurped out of the applesauce.
Like the big, like the jug one?
Like he said, a 48-ouncer.
So that's like the one that has like the molded handle into it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it might. I mean, it could be like one of the glass jars too. But I mean, either way, he slurped it.
They're still talking about it.
I guess
Yeah.
you know what's good? You know what's good that I learned from Dib when he was a kid? Cottage cheese and applesauce.
Yeah, cottage cheese and applesauce.
I've
go
never
ham
tried
on
cottage
that.
cheese. It freaks me out. I wonder if I
Man.
love cheese, but
Okay,
it looks
no,
so weird.
you left. We're doing battle royale with food.
I know.
How long do we have to think we would have to go between you and me before we named a food that made us react the way Dan and Mike have?
Because I'm normal and nothing makes me that ill.
On. Don't throw me in with Mike. I don't like cottage cheese. I'm not taking my headphones off when it's mentioned.
I know, but you said you're like, I've never tried it because it's weird. And Dan, bad enough.
I would try it for $5. Mike said no amount of money would have him eat an apple.
Dan, think about, you know what cottage cheese is? You love polio string cheese so much, right? Like put it's basically polio string cheese in a blender.
It's
like,
so good.
It's kind of that.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of only good with applesauce, but it's good.
It's good. You dip fruit in it. It's good. You can put apples in it. It's
okay. So yeah, don't put me on the Mike level with food stuff. I'm not that.
Sure.
Look, I understand like cottage cheese is like inherently kind of fucked
weird.
up looking.
Yeah.
And
It
you're
just
like, what
looks
is this?
curdled. It looks like something went bad.
And it's not. It's just the same
no.
process that all cheese goes through, except it hasn't been compressed as much and it hasn't had as much of the whey taken out of it. That is just a stage of cheese, actually, before it becomes another cheese. So there's nothing wrong with that compared to normal cheese at all. It's just
right,
missing
and that's
steps.
your dairy report by on the scene reporter Mike Minotti.
His whole family.
I'm reporting from a dairy farm, and I will tell you. No, but for real, Dan.
Yeah.
Are you saying it looks bad, like how milk will curdle? Is that what you
like
mean?
that type of thing, like that idea of curdling or food going bad. I know no one likes that, but I really
the way we make cheese is that
I want to know.
Intentionally curdle the milk, so that the milk solids get separated from the water, and then you take the curdle parts
and
press it together into cheese.
Right, we're just not going to do this, but
I know it's dairy adjacent, and I don't need to know anything.
It's not dairy adjacent; it's dairy.
However you want to put it, tomato.
You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Perfect podcast. Mike Minotti, back to you, sir.
Oh yes, vertical.
Hey, duders. First up, long-time listener. I just wanted to find out, what's the most vertical you've ever been? All right. Thanks. Love you.
I missed the very first part because I didn't have the right tab open.
What's the most vertical you've ever been?
Like, is that just saying like the most hyped up you've been?
Yes. Yeah. Becco, do you need to be caught up on this? Okay, so
a little bit. I thought it was just a height thing, but sure.
Maybe you can answer that too. When we're doing like talkovers now, I have the vertical video thing on OBS, but I never remember to get the clip for Tom. And so I always tell the guys, tell me when you're ready. So I have the vertical clip, and Mike's like, oh, I'll tell you when I'm going vertical. And so now during shows, he yells, I'm vertical, when he's really excited. And it's a good bit. It makes me laugh every time.
It is, because it's also like a bonery thing, too.
Yeah, right. Totally. There's other implications there.
Didn't think about that. Wow.
Yeah.
I've gone vertical.
Symbolism? Jeez.
So now when we're excited, we call it going vertical.
That's funny. Yeah. That's good. I'll endorse that bit.
Yeah, the most vertical I ever got was the Mega Man reveal trailer for Super Smash Brothers for Wii U at that time. I like Smash Bros. A lot. I love Mega Man. That would have been my dream. It was such a dream character that I did not think it was going to happen as soon as it did. And it was this gorgeous CG trailer where Mega Man is like throwing metal blades at Link. Oh, it was the greatest thing ever. I still feel things when I watch that debut trailer. So that was my most vertical.
So it's more of like a hype thing then, right?
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Popping off. Okay. Yeah.
I got two. I remember the Mario Odyssey reveal when we were doing the trailer where like he threw the hat on the frog and all that stuff. So I guess technically the second trailer.
I went pretty vertical for that one too.
That was just so much, just one crazy thing after another that I absolutely loved. So probably Mario Odyssey, and also when I was at WrestleMania 31 during the main event when Seth Rollins' music hit and he was cashing in. I just remember that just being like the whole arena just losing their minds, and I just remember like jumping up and down and like really marking out. So
you guys, video games and wrestling. I was the most vertical when women got the right to vote. You guys are embarrassed.
And you were alive when it happened in Ohio in 1989.
You know, Grubb, you're right, and better for it. Yeah.
No, mine's also a video game. It's when I in The Witness, and I know, fuck Jonathan Blow if I ever met him. He could do all the Tai Chi at me once. I beat him up. But in The Witness, I couldn't help it that this is the truth. And that one puzzle on the ship, when I solved it, it was like a miracle. And I like screamed, and my neighbor through the window was looking at me. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, I get it.
How vertical have you ever gone, Bakalar?
Oh,
My
It's more of a
Maybe the least vertical person I know, Jeff Bakalar.
largely horizontal emotionally.
Listen, I've gotten excited before.
I've known you for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen you excited.
For real? Jesus, that's
Most
dark.
funny
Really?
when you had to
Don't
pee
worry
that
about
one time
that.
and you were tickling him,
Oh.
No,
No, I
that's
was
not
poking-
vertical.
I was
poking
poking him.
aside. Yeah.
There's nothing vertical about pissing yourself, man.
No, it's pretty usually flaccid then.
The most okay, 1994 scene.
Last time he was vertical.
No, and the one before that's even earlier. No, I guess like going to my first like big boy concert and seeing in 1994 at the Garden and seeing like Green Day headline was like
Oh,
a real big crazy thing.
In '94, yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Oh, man.
amazing.
It was nuts. It was December of '94. That was very, very cool.
The December of Dookie, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, everyone knows that. For a video game, without a doubt, seeing the Wizard in a theater and then them lifting the veil on Super Mario 3, and I just like, and I'm just like, you know, my dad's looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "You don't understand. This is stuff my brain could not compute, and now I'm being delivered this information through a film.
Yeah.
What is happening? This is
And you knew it was real,
marketing.
right? You knew it was actually the game, right? It wasn't just for the movie.
Oh, I was like, yeah, I mean, when did The Wizard come out? 91? 90?
91?
89?
Yeah.
Something like that?
89.
Whatever it was, never once did it occur to me like, this is fake.
yeah.
You know?
I assumed it was real the whole time.
I assumed
And it
like,
was.
because everyone was just
89.
waiting for the third one. Or some sort of like acknowledgement that it existed. Right?
Right.
That is a
I think we
crazy
knew
way to
Nintendo was
reveal.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that this was their commercial movie. I didn't
Right,
know
I didn't
that.
realize that
I
either,
was
yeah.
7. What do I know? Right?
Yeah.
Like, but just seeing that for the first time. And also, I think going to the Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah,
I think those Ninja
Two
Turtle
specifically.
movies, yeah, were like, you know, because the Ninja Turtles 1 was like the darkest thing ever filmed in history. Like not a light to be found on set in that entire film. But then 2, they were like, we found lights
And Vanilla Ice.
and Vanilla Ice and like
Gosh.
budget. And we're gonna make this be a thing that you're never gonna forget, and that's that made me vertical. Hell
I was
yeah.
like, I was so young then that I don't know if I saw those movies in theaters, but I remember my mom getting Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze on VHS. And probably one of my most vivid memories of my early childhood is still her coming home with that and how excited
God,
I was.
I could picture the cover of that and the
Oh,
Teenage
sure.
Mutant Turtles on VHS
Well,
laying on the
remember the
floor of my
Burger King?
living room.
The Burger King commercial in the beginning of it, where like the Burger King kids are like in the shoot kitchen helping
Yeah.
to like make stuff. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god, they're little.
I probably have more ephemera from TMNT, those 2 movies, just like the toys in my house, than anything else. Like,
Oh, they're so
the
freaking
cartoon.
good. And that 3 sucks.
I mean, you know, even this morning, Dib was like talking about Ninja Turtles, and he's like, who invented this? And I was like explaining the comic book and all that.
Did you show him the picture of the guy that invented Turtles? Hang on, I'll put that in
Do you guys
chat
ever
here.
turtle a pizza?
And what? Turtle
Yeah.
a pizza?
Yeah, it's a fun game you play with either of those 2 movies. Everybody gets a pizza. You can get a medium if you're a coward, but it should be at least a large. And you sit down, you put the box on your lap, and you watch the movie, and you're not allowed to get up until you finish your pizza.
Is this a sex thing?
This is like edging pizza. What are we doing?
It's not a pizza. You're turtling a pizza.
Okay.
Huh.
Look, where I live,
I
we
think
don't
would
treat
be more into this than this. I gotta be
I don't want a
honest.
pizza in my lap a whole movie. No.
Yeah, where I live, we don't treat pizza like that. Okay, we don't do that to pizza.
You're gonna eat it.
We respect it.
Actually, I think the most vertical I got in the 90s, I was immediately ashamed of because I was in 5th grade and I was very just quiet and didn't want anyone to notice me ever. And I remember they were announcing the winner of which lucky kid in the class got to go to Dare Camp. and they announced me, and I jumped out of my seat and I did a little like double fist taunt. I go, I'm going to dare camp. And I remember like, it was just like no one reacted, and I just had to like awkwardly sit down and yeah.
I'm going to narc camp.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Dan.
I'm going to narc camp. You're such a cop, man. You're a fucking cop.
I got to see that for free.
Cop.
What would the reaction possibly have been? Everybody jumping out, it's like, yeah, Dan, you did it.
Would a narc hold marijuana on the internet?
I love like, man, up until you're 30, you're just like, you're like rolling down the window after a cop pulls someone over and you're like, that'll teach you, you know, that kind of shit to people, huh? That's you. That's right. Get him. There he is, officer.
I used to, Kayla remembers, you could drive around the back of Target and you'd get there faster than having to go over the speed bumps in the parking lot. And sometimes there'd be kids like climbing a fence or going into like the back of the Target. And I would roll down the window and I'd just come like, I'm calling the cops. Like just to get them scared.
Well, that's kind of funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, that's a different kind of thing.
I didn't
That's
actually
fine.
call the cops. Yeah.
No, that's different. That is different. Man, just rooting for the cops. What a cool dude.
What an
awesome, cool
You can't keep using kids. This is a shield, damn it.
You can't blame this on Kansas.
Even
you can
though
blame a lot on Kansas.
It's probably a shield-shaped country as far as they go. Actually, Ohio kind of looks like a shield, huh?
Yeah,
maybe that's why we're
it
calling
does.
Guardians.
Most, yeah.
It does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Captain Ohio.
Ninja
that's
Turtles,
me.
baby, love it. Okay,
yeah.
who's up? I think it's Dan. Go for it.
Let's go with Unhinged Look.
Do y'all ever get lost in Jeff Grubb's dreamy blue eyes? Even when he's got an unhinged look on his face, I'm like, damn, those are some beautiful ass eyes. Okay, love you, bye.
I've always thought Grubb's just like a handsome dude.
Damn right.
And you know,
For the money's made.
Someone asked me the other day. They were like, "Does Jeff Grubb remind you of Jason Momoa ever?" And I'm just like, "You son of a bitch."
If you if he was made of ice cream and you left him out to melt, sure, yeah.
You know, you son of a gun.
I'm glad Jeff is getting comments like this while I continue to get my weird emails.
Who cares? I was just about to make that joke. Love it. Oh,
That's
perfect. Perfect job.
Great.
It's
Like,
true.
oh, you have anything nice to say about me? I can maybe use it. I can maybe use it.
Anyway, thanks for calling in, Mom.
No, hey, everyone's
nice.
good looking in their own way is what I say.
Is that what they say?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
I have to say it. The only way I feel good about myself.
We still go to Turkey whenever you're ready, Jeff.
No, we can't. We can't. The tariffs.
Yeah, you gotta pay tariffs on your new hair.
Oh God, shit. It's gonna really go up.
Oh man. There was a good meme about didn't like the Turkey Twitter account post something like amazing?
No, did they?
About hair. I forget the fucking joke. It was real good.
Have I said on here about the time I got offered from Turkey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it comes up on the show, because you've mentioned. I think you mentioned it on this show
It must have been
specifically.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned Turkey down.
I mean, there's good people that don't. Dan got offered the chance to go to Turkey, and they were going to give him like the really good turkey hair plugs, or is it
They
like,
were going to fly me out. They were going to put me up in a 5-star hotel with like limo service and stuff. And
it's what Elon Musk has. They take a row of the hair like from the back of your head here, and then they implant it up here, and it works. It does work actually. It grows.
You get your hair
to
back,
cut it.
But,
yeah.
I never knew what to do with hair when I had. I never knew how to comb it or style it or anything.
I used to have such luscious thick hair, and I did nothing with it. I deserved to lose it.
Wait, Mike, how long are we going back, bud?
Oh, quite a bit. I was going bald in my 20s, but it was pretty thick and nice for a while there. And boy, what I would do to it if I had it now.
What would
I
you do?
to it?
Let's talk about it. What would you
That's
do?
a good
How would you
question,
style it?
actually. I definitely like shaggier look still, and I had that naturally. I don't want to like put it up or something. Yeah, I need to get one of those like magnet games, right, where you can draw the hair on the
Well, you
person's
are that
face.
character.
Woolly Willy. It's Woolly Willy.
I need a Woolly
designed
Willy.
after you, Mike.
Woolly Mitchie. And I got
I don't know what are we talking about? What is a woolly willy?
You don't know
It's like-
Woolly? Oh, look, Google it. You'll know it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like they
Yeah.
give you this little wand that has a magnetic tip, and there's like magnetic shards in an enclosed plastic case, and you use it to kind of
Like,
draw.
have you
This
ever
is what
been
they
at
had during
Cracker
the
Barrel?
Depression.
You've seen one.
Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And
I'll think about
I'll
my
post
hair.
in the chat. Man, my hair was just like I had.
I don't know. Sean just
there I
posted
am.
a photo of you, and like you don't got a lot of hair there, bro.
No, I'm already.
No.
It's already going there, and this is
What a
like
serious
rough
man.
To be clear,
Wow.
I'm like 24 in this pic. I
Oh,
think.
really? Oh, it hit you
Yeah.
early, huh?
It hit me. I had no chance with my hair,
buddy. I'm sorry.
I do like that pic though. I use that. Pic
Your
quite a while.
dad's bald, yeah.
My dad's bald. My uncle and my grandpa on my mom's side incredibly bald. So the only one I had was my grandpa on my dad's side. He had a thick head of hair till the day he died. He also drank a lot of wine. Maybe that helped.
Do you guys know anyone in your life or friends, family, whatever, where like they just for whatever cosmic genetic reason like have gone completely bald while everyone else, every other male in their family has like full heads of hair?
That's kind of me. That's kind of me. Yeah, I don't really have bald dudes like my grandpa, my dad. Like, actually,
really?
look at that picture I posted in the chat. Like, my dad still has he's got a bald spot, but he still has hair. And so my grandpa always had hair.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's wild.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a good friend who's like completely losing it, and his brother, his dad who's like 70, beautiful head of salt and pepper hair, like in a way where you're just like, God damn.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
My dad.
I wonder if like the anxiety plays a role in mine that like, can that actually happen like stress and stuff and you lose your hair? Like,
Yeah, but it's definitely male pattern baldness is just like it's a recessive trait, so it means that it was carried on your dad's side and your mom's side happened to have it as well, and it just happened to hit you. It's the the 4 boxes thing.
I have like not shaved my head for a bit, so it is like just like coming in more like the male pattern baldness.
Yeah, you got like a
Probably
Bob Hoskins thing going on right now.
Larry
I'm like,
David,
is that a good look? Probably not a good look. I probably should just shave it more. Again, I don't know. It's laziness is the only reason that happens.
I've never looked at your head at this point and been like, oh, Mike's got to get his shit together. You look good. That's crazy.
Yeah,
no,
thank
you're
you.
fine.
Yeah. You got that going for you.
That's I could pull off the Bob Hoskins look.
Oh man. Chat says, wait, was Paul hot like my dad? I have never seen the light leave a man's eyes the way I saw my dad once. We were at a bar in Nashville, and a lady started talking to us, and she was like sidling up next to my dad and stuff. And she was like probably in her 30s, and he was 50 at the time. And she goes, "Oh, I bet you used to be really attractive." And like, he just the rest of that trip just, I bet you used to be really attractive. You used to be really.
I like he's also vain as well as all the other things he is. That's perfect.
It's worded very cruelly for sure.
Sure.
But it is a compliment in the worst possible delivery. Right?
But he's like 50.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll say it here. I will easily admit your dad is a handsome man.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Sure.
For sure. For sure.
I wonder what happened to you.
Yeah. He turned into a duck, apparently. I don't know. That's what happened.
Oh my God. Are you guys see this picture in chat of Bakalar as Hook and Mike as, what's his name? Squeeze? Slaw?
What am I looking at here?
That's man. I tell you what, I'm fitting into the Smee role pretty nicely there.
Yep.
Smee?
Smee?
Yeah, Smee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Put that one in the memory bank there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, chat. Really adding a lot to this program. Jeff Grubb, the only one with hair among us, aside from Sean, of course.
And don't forget, dreamy blue eyes, even though I have it on, even when I have an unhinged look. All right, let's go with currently on the podcast.
What's going on, Dumpers? This is Charlie from Milwaukee, and I'm just wondering, how many Fortnite dances do you think you all know between the people currently on the podcast right now?
I know 3 that I can think of.
I can only think of 2.
I think I only got 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 3 then.
Does it count like there's like the Wu-Tang dance that you can do, but that's not like
Sure.
I think that counts.
Dance.
Yeah.
It's just somebody dancing the cream like Mike. Yeah,
It's
Mike.
okay. He said Fortnite dance. He didn't say
Yeah,
TikTok dance.
Yeah, it's a Fortnite
Okay, so the
dance.
gritty, the Wu-Tang
Hey, Mike, were you just trying to do the Wu-Tang dance? Is
He
that what you were
was.
just okay?
He was trying that. Yeah.
That's what they did in Fortnite, I think.
You got to cross the. Yeah.
It's not a diamond. That's TDP.
That's DDP or Jay-Z. Yes. God, other ones. Fuck. There's the L, the like back and forth that the Rizzler does.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the crazy arms thing that the guy does.
Yes.
There's the one with that David Bowie labyrinth ball.
Obviously, there's the floss.
I can
That's
only
the first
floss
one.
him poorly.
Floss,
That's the
I
only one I
forgot
got.
about the floss.
Okay.
That's all I got. I assume that's
I'm
really out
plumb
of
out.
fashion now. The floss. No one's flossing anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't even talk about flossing anymore.
No, kids were
God.
into that for a moment.
I'm surprised flossing did not
Didn't
last.
the Rizzler do the floss in that last video?
He did the Fortnite thing. Well, no, he did too. He stopped, and you could see his brain resetting, and he goes to the next part of his programming. And it's like, now I do this. You know,
I love the Rizzler. Just a little wind-up toy of a TikToker. Yeah.
Well, that was it. Like every time they showed him on camera when he was in AEW, you could just see like he goes from blank face to like run, rizzface.exe.
Rizzler. Go to. Yeah, just like Microsoft Basic programming.
Yeah, when camera show Rizzler do Rizzface.
I forgot about the droopy
sad
dance. The droopy dance. You know that one?
Yeah.
Droopy,
No.
like from
Sort of like a
Hanna-Barbera?
Gorilla-y kind of thing.
Did you all see us put Nikki's movement into Enzoy the other day when we were playing that?
No.
So like you can do things like, take an image and it'll turn it into like a 3D object. And we did that with Lucy dressed up as Donkey Kong from Blight Club. And it became a statue. She just like put it all throughout the world. And that was
that's
cool.
awesome.
But then like we found one where it's like, hey, we can take character movement from a video. So Nikki just went and just did like some crazy movements like that. And it got translated perfectly into it. And if you watch the latest Pickle Giraffe, the character going like this when the dances are happening, that is Nikki's dance that we put into the game.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
I also saw Pickle Draft did a reference to Kayla now thinking Devil May Cry 2 is the best one, which is just Hall of Fame weird Kayla opinion.
I'm just glad that I do know someone that has those opinions, like because it's like those people are out there that just like feel like they don't like the new Resident Evils or whatever she says.
No, she has the worst Resident Evils are 1 and 2 remake.
Yes, exactly. It's like I know there are people out there that have like their favorite game is something that no one else likes, and that's also her case, right? Where she likes Dynasty
Happens
Warriors.
frequently with her.
That is cool. Like I get it.
It's
That's
cool. Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Like I'm not.
I don't know if it's
not
cool.
mad at it.
I will say she is playing 3 now, and she appears to be liking it. So
Yeah, she better
hope may
like
not be
3
lost.
more than 2.
No, but it's cool to know her is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
I
her
love
opinions
knowing
are
Kayla.
cool.
I'm super happy I know Kayla.
Yeah.
Not because she likes Devil May Cry 2.
I know, but
That's
we
just a
need
fascinating
that.
human.
Fascinating.
We need that for balance a little bit. You know.
Yes.
Yeah,
For the
you guys
Force.
need balance. Meanwhile, my dad and Kayla were the people I was surrounded by my entire life, and I'm me. Like, it was awesome.
They're not
That
related.
is-
That's
Yeah.
the craziest thing to me is they're not
Me and Kay-
related.
oh,
I know,
my dad and
that's
Kayla
so
are not related.
weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy. They're so alike in
Absolutely
so many
crazy.
ways.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's.
We all go to the bar. It's like that's my bar group when I go home. Basically, it's like me, my dad, and Kayla, and a couple
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
What's that an indictment of?
Kansas, right?
Kansas. It's back to Kansas. That we can blame Kansas on.
Kansas.
But no, it's not. Kansas is way more boring than that. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know. I had interesting people around me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, caller. We'll get to a couple more here before we must say goodbye. I'm gonna do Dippin' Dots.
I was so hoping you would.
Hey, Dumpers. John from Louisville. Is Dippin' Dots, is it still the ice cream of the future? Just wondering your thoughts. All right. Love you. Bye.
Has the future
Yeah.
happened yet?
Well,
Nope.
it feels futuristic still. Like every time I get Dippin' Dots, I'm like, wow,
Wait,
they're so far ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You're still getting that? What do you like?
If you go to if I'm going to Valley Fair or Worlds of Fun or like a
They
park,
have it all
yeah.
over the place. Sporting
I
venues.
got Dippin' Dots in the last 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
It was
yeah,
like
it's still
there.
That was the first time in like 10 years I'd had it, maybe even longer.
Okay,
But
that tracks because if I have the choice presented between Dippin' Dots and ice cream, I'm going ice cream. What are you-
sure,
what are
right.
you
It was
talking
definitely
about?
like I like to engage in a gimmick every now and
It
then.
depends.
Yeah,
'cause,
I
like,
get that.
Yeah, because if I'm at a sort of sports arena, like I'm not going like their cheap version of ice cream. Like give me the Dippin' Dots. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it just little balls of ice cream?
Yeah, freeze dried ice cream, little balls, and yeah, it's great. Especially when you get it really fresh and it's still cold and has like chew to it.
But you let it
yeah.
get kind of melty. That's the best.
No,
What?
I disagree hard. But I'm like this
Oh.
with normal ice cream. I want my ice cream as cold as possible.
Oh no, everything gets a little melty before I eat it. Yeah.
I hate
You
when
like
it
yours
gets melty.
chewy, right, Mike? Is that what you said?
I kind of like the chew on my ice cream. If it gets to that point, I think that's actually pretty good.
I want to keep my teeth like as as little involvement with ice cream as possible.
Yeah, I
hear
agree.
that.
I want to be able to just like push it against the roof of my mouth with my tongue.
I used to get really upset at my dad because he would like take the ice cream right from the freezer and he would put it in a bowl and then put it in the microwave.
No, I microwave.
I've
I'll do 10
seen
seconds in the microwave.
Deeply
Yeah.
I've seen
upsetting
that.
to me.
I don't.
Deeply upsetting.
Microwave's a bridge too far for me, but I get it if you're in a pinch.
It's
I
not
get
You can
called
leave it out
melting
for like
ice
10
cream.
minutes.
It's
Yeah.
called iced cream.
Well, yeah, it's still
Yeah.
ice. It doesn't turn into a liquid.
Yeah, he's not making soup.
It is.
He's not making ice cream
When things are
soup.
melting,
It's
they're
just
turning.
softer.
It kind of it starts. Eventually, it gets soupy, and you're just making that process. Look, I don't mind the consistency where it's like you're just licking it, but I want to end there. I don't want to end to the pool of just ice cream fluid at the
that's
at the end. I think
that's where you'd
gross.
like to complete is the
Right.
is the soup. I get it.
Yeah. So when I start with like it's hard and I'm almost taking bites of my ice cream, I know that by the time I end, it's soft and that's still nice, but I am not getting to melt it. I can't stand melted.
All
My
right.
dad will take like a bunch of scoops of ice cream, put it in a bowl, throw like 2 Klondike bars in there, and microwave that.
That's
Okay.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's just a wee bit of sugar right there.
Yeah.
Still not as much sugar as Dan's had when he ate that pecan pie. But yeah.
That was unhealthy.
Wait, you ate an entire pecan pie?
Yeah, it was a Game Informer and a fan sent a pecan pie, and I'd never had pecan pie, and I was like, I'll try this, and it was super duper good, and so I ate like the whole pie pretty
you
much. And then we were doing an episode of Replay, and at one point Reiner looks over, and I was just like, my skin went white, and I was like sweating, and like my vision was getting like black around the edges, and he was like,
Yeah.
Dan, are you okay? And I was like, and it turns out I ate like, I don't know, 5,000 calories of pecan pie, or probably more. I don't know. It's not good for you.
No.
Just have
But
Your
it's
body-
good.
It sounds like your body went into shock.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much that was.
Yeah.
You're just
Those
like a
pancreas are
dog
probably like,
sometimes.
no, thank you.
You're just like a fucking dog. Like you're
That's my
you're gonna,
persona. Yeah.
Like you're gonna eat until you throw up.
Common one.
I've done that so many times. You have any idea how many times I've eaten until I throw up?
Yeah, you're a dog.
How many? No,
I mean,
how many
if you're
times?
having a good time eating something, you don't want it to
That's-
end.
No,
See,
I have such little self control with
Yeah,
eating,
but I stop.
but I've never eaten so much I threw up.
No, I think maybe
Yeah.
I did it
Okay,
once
no,
in
that's true.
Italy.
I did it once.
once in Italy where I was just
Yeah.
overcome with prosciutto and fresh mozzarella. Where I was just like, ah, and I just went nuts. But that's
I've
it.
told the story before. Like I put the 3 packets of Kraft macaroni and cheese into the macaroni, and I ate it all. And I went to the bar and I just puked Nickelodeon orange everywhere at the bar.
Yeah, but you were drinking,
You're-
right? The drink is the reason you puked.
I was feeling bad when I got there. We might have been drinking. I don't know.
No, Grubb, he's a dog, dude.
You're right.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
And Dan, you're a dog.
I've got that dog in me, is what you're saying.
That's what they mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, parentheses
However
positive.
you want to receive that factual information is
When they
your
say
prerogative.
a football player has that dog in them, they're
Yeah.
saying that they have poor self control with food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there are a lot I have dogs and I really do relate to them. I'm just like, yeah, I get it, Gizmo.
Forgive me for trying to unpack this just a little bit more, but I am sort of fascinated with this whole thing because are we saying out loud that like Dan is ignoring his body telling him to stop? Or are we saying that he lacks like the biological intuition?
I ignore
Know
my
how
body telling me to
often I
stop.
ignore my body telling me very loudly things?
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do that too. Like I'm like, man, I know I'm not hungry anymore, but this tastes so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
To a
keep
point.
eating.
But you don't, but
Sure,
not
Jeff,
to
I do that
vomiting.
to
But
a
not to
point.
vomiting.
I mean,
point,
for the
right,
last
to a point.
week, it's been hurting when I swallow and like my chest and everything hurts. And I still, like
Oh my
yesterday, it's like my friend's in town. I'm going to get a big ass thing of chicken tenders and wing sauce and beer.
You have reflux, man.
Yeah, no, I assumed that was what it was. And I was like, I should probably eat a fruit or something. And it's like, no, I went tenders and fries and went nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, this weekend I'm
the
getting all
reflux.
sorts of shit. Yeah.
I mean, how many years are you away from just trying to stab your brain with a fork, telling it to shut up? Stop telling me to do things, brain.
I know
That's
it's
some
best for
Homer
me.
Simpson shit right there.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh my God. You got to listen to your body. I know it doesn't
What does it
speak
know?
English. It
I think you have
doesn't
to be
speak English.
dominant. You got to tell your body what's going on.
No,
yeah,
I
you're
like-
like, no, I know
Yeah.
better than you. You're just
Yeah.
a body.
I
I'm a
trust
brain.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it, man. Look, everyone's got weaknesses. You put a barrel full of Cheddar Bay biscuits in front of me, I'm probably coming
yeah.
close to puking.
Yeah,
if someone put that in front of you and was
too
like, "Hey, I'm an angel, and you're no consequences of any of this. Go nuts," you know? Yeah, maybe we're puking.
Yeah, I've been seeing that nutritionist, and like we meet every like month or two, and I have to kind
That's
of
who I
report,
want
like,
on the podcast. by the
Oh
way.
my god, I've had to explain some things to her. Just like,
Have you
Yeah,
mentioned
she'll
that
be
you
like,
got
I
married
just-
at a Taco Bell to her?
I think I did tell her that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because that's
Yeah.
what you should have put on the form, I think. Like,
yeah. I saw her
on the
Monday.
application.
I saw her Monday, and I just gotten back from New York, and it's just like I'm explaining to her, like, yeah, if there's nothing going on, I'll do chicken breast and asparagus every night for dinner. But like, I travel a good amount and stuff, and I'm good at giving myself excuses. And I like ran down everything I ate in New York, and it's just like I told her, it's like every time I'm on a work trip, Bakalar, you see the receipts. I go to a 7-Eleven, and I'm like, I'm in work or vacation mode. I'm gonna get 9 things of Twizzlers and a bunch of Doritos and just a bunch of Mountain Dew and keep it in. It's for the hotel. I gotta have my hotel snacks. I'm on,
There was
traveling.
an E3. There was an E3 in like 2016, I think, back then or so, where I think it was like the first time we really like hung out, and we were in the
I
standard.
don't know where this is going.
and you were explaining to me like what you had gone through that day, and like just like bags of Starburst and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't think I knew you enough where I was like, this guy's funny as fuck, man. This guy's just like. This guy just like tells crazy stories about him eating like a pornographic amount of candy. Like it's unbelievable. Where'd they find this guy? And then you come to realize like every word of that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And at the Bombathon is when I really saw you like legit eat 400 Starburst.
And you could tell he's not even like realizing he's doing it. Like when he's
No,
doing it. And
no,
I
no.
can be that way.
I
I
can't
can be
stop.
that way with candy
That's-
too. So I
that's
know
your
I
cigarettes.
recognized it.
I will. You
Yeah.
know what I'll do is like I'll go to like there have been times I've gone to Hanson's Lake Lot for like July 4th, and I'll be like, we'll all stop and we'll get stuff for the weekend, the July 4th weekend, and I will get the big ass tub of red vines, the giant clear tubs of red
Right.
vines. I'm like, I'll get this for the group, and then the weekend will go by and the whole thing will be gone. I'll realize I didn't see a single person eat another red vine, and like I ate it all in like a day.
Man,
I definitely have a sweet tooth. Like, if there's a, I love like, the whole Japanese snacks. I don't have an update on that, by the way. I'm still letting my sister-in-law pay for them.
Hell yeah.
right.
But like there was these like honeydew chewable things. They're sort of like what you call high chews, but they're like
I love high chews.
more
Sure.
like milky though. They're a little like milky.
Yep.
And if like a bag of those, like I'll finish that in like 2 weeks maybe.
Oh,
Which
I'm
is like
so lucky I don't have a sweet tooth. I think I'd be
Yeah.
dead.
I'll go nuts.
yeah, I love nuts too. Just to be clear, just so you said
Nuts are
nuts,
good
I had to
too,
say something.
feeling
Candied
healthy, yeah.
nuts are good though. Ooh, I do like those like candied pecans you get at
when
fairs.
you cook them in sugar. Yes,
That's
Yeah,
actually
sugar and
pretty
honey.
good.
Yeah, it's real good.
yeah.
They
yeah.
smell so good too.
It
You walk
smells
by that
great. And
booth.
walk to a
Yes.
place that's like making them. I'm like, oh my god, we
it's
are
the
getting
best.
those.
Yeah, do it to anything. Do it to cashews. I mean, last time I
Oh,
did
yeah.
this, someone from the a listener from the show sent me an incredible amount of candied nuts.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'll take them.
Okay, I want to finish up because it was a good podcast. Solid podcast,
We
really
did
good
good work here.
podcast. I think we got something going on here. We're gonna give chat the last voicemail choice of the day before we
That's
must say
magnanimous of
goodbye. And chat chose hug them.
What's up, dumpers? It's time for Social Anxiety Pick Your Poison, round 2. You have to pick one of these quirks and abide by it for the rest of your life. Either every time you end a conversation with someone and you are leaving their presence, you have to say out loud to yourself, fucking asshole, close enough for them to hear. Or every time someone goes to shake your hand for the rest of your life, you have to hug them. You can't explain either of these things. You can't apologize for either of these things. You just have to do them. Which are you picking? Thank you. Love you. Bye.
First, love you too. First off, caller, you're amazing. Like, this is tremendous. You also sound a little bit like Johnny Cash in a really cool way.
I could see
Sure,
it.
yeah.
I think that's another fun thing. Without a doubt, it's the hug. Like,
It
not
is
even
the
a
hug, but I'm still
No.
picturing like, it's a lot of handshakes with friends and stuff, and that's fine to, do the hug thing. But like this morning, I shook the woodpecker guy's hand. I don't want to hug the woodpecker guy.
Oh my god! But
it,
you
it
could
gets
like
bad.
what's that?
It gets bad. It becomes. Look, I'll just say it. It can become sexual harassment. That's how they got John Lasseter, rightfully, right?
Yes,
but that was one of his
saying
things.
fucking asshole to everybody is harassment.
Yeah,
Like, it's also like
and also we're gonna like allow this to exist in the vacuum of like this experimentational thing, right?
Can
like,
I just do the I like doing just the quick side, just like that little hug thing.
Oh,
like, not a full embrace.
That's not a hug.
maybe we
I
gotta
think
get.
you have to say it's a full hug.
I think so. It's a 2-hand hug. It's not just one of
I think
those.
we
like,
have to. I
it's
think
not
so.
the shake into a back pat.
No, I don't. I think it has to be a hug. Like,
I'm not doing the
definitional
hug.
I'm still
I'll
doing
take
that
my
before I'm
chances
calling
with the
everyone a fucking
asshole thing.
asshole.
Of course.
You know, it's for me. Nobody would take me seriously. At least if I called them an asshole.
See,
Wait,
I
is it
don't
every
know.
time you shake someone's hand you have to do that
Yes.
the asshole thing? Okay.
Yes. No. Every time you shake someone's hand.
No.
you hug.
Every time you leave someone's presence after a conversation, you say "fucking
that
asshole."
Sucks.
Yes.
So yeah, because
I have to call my mom a fucking asshole.
Every
time.
drive-through, you got to say
right.
it.
That's why it's so. That's why it's so clear what the choice is.
Just kill me.
It's so clear what the answer is.
Yeah, I would walk into a volcano. That's my answer.
That's my answer.
There's no choice C. Death. You can't do that.
I can do it whenever
Wait,
I
so
want.
you're immortal in this scenario?
Yeah. Here's the calculus. Okay. 100 times out of 100 times, with 100% accuracy, calling someone a fucking asshole will always be received in the worst possible way.
I know the answer.
Hugging someone, you got a better shot.
Hug, and you move to Japan, where everyone just bows. No one shakes hands. So you just move to Japan.
Okay,
that is a way out. That is a way out.
You just move, and like you're gonna maybe shake people's hands every once in a while, but you just don't offer it up first. And they'll just go for the bow. They won't offer the shake first.
Okay, but
someone's
on
shaking
the
hands
rare,
in Japan.
Yeah, on the rare occasion
Yeah.
someone does shake your hand in Japan, though, does that make the hug even weirder? I don't know culturally how that's
I don't know.
They have
I
a
didn't
big
think about it
hugging
that
culture there.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it that much.
Yeah, in those very rare times where you have to hug, it's just going to be that much more crazy.
People are saying fist bump. I think if you go for a fist bump, that turns into a handshake automatically through the magic of this question.
Oh no, I'm the most fist bump manipulator person, arguably on the podcast.
Tell me your tricks.
I lead with it. I'm always doing it.
Is that my way of like getting around? Like,
yeah, I think we need to. I'll teach us, Bakalar. Like, show us.
Am I
going to
become a fist bump guy?
So
let's do
you
fist
have
bumps.
to. It's a lot of reading the room because you have to know when the hand when the hand touching is gonna happen.
Yeah, because I can't. I'm bad at this.
You have to sniff that out well before anyone has the chance to first offer a hand. The second someone offers a hand, you're screwed because then you must reciprocate. You can't. Very rarely are people able to convert the hand offering into a fist bump. That's a very difficult conversion, high level of difficulty. But if you are offering the bump first, that's almost got a 95% success rate. I mean, it is just like, and people are happy. No one's ever going to be like, "Oh, fist bump, what is this?"
No,
like,
I like it every time I see it.
Yeah, I like
oh.
every time someone's offering me one, I'm like, "Oh, this is a cool dude."
I know how to do this.
Yeah.
There's nothing more I would like than to give you the outside of my hand. 100%. I don't lick that part. I don't put that part on my face. Let's go. That's it.
I might have to pivot to being a fist bump guy.
It really is. It really is just about reading the room and like getting ahead of it. Now, don't let that consume you because then you'll just be lost in the sauce.
Right, that's what I'm worried about. Yeah,
obsessing over when that moment's going to happen. You're not always going to be able to do it.
We tried to get the forearm thing over during the pandemic. I kind of wish that took off.
It was okay
with
me. I was
thing.
fine.
That was weird.
That
It was
stuff didn't
fine.
stick.
I liked it a little
but
bit.
fist bump. I'm so good with the fist bumps. Not to toot my own horn here, but hey, it's the voicemail dump truck.
You're right.
I think I've converted other people in my orbit who would normally do a handshake offering, have converted into fist bump offering just by virtue of me training them, if you will.
Okay, wait. In chat, Chuktowski says, option 3, you cross your arms and have to say Wakanda forever.
I think that would work for like because you're like, oh, obviously this guy's just a jokester. That's why. But if you did that every time,
oh, that's so good, Chuck. You silly man. It's a good podcast, folks. 707 exit flu is our telephone voicemail number. Leave us a call and we will not call you back. We'll just maybe play it on the show. Thank you to all the chats. Thank you to everyone tuning live or however you're listening to the program. Means a lot to us. Thank you so very much. We'll be back with a brand new episode. Thank you to Jeff Grubb, Dan Reichert, Mike Minotti, and of course, Sean McDowell, Turbo Sean. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week with a brand new show. Bye-bye.